Supreme Headquarters Allied Expeditionary Force, was the headquarters of the Commander of Allied Forces in Northwest Europe. From late 1943 until the end of World War II, U.S. General Dwight D. Eisenhower was in command of SHAEF throughout its existence. The position itself shares a common lineage with Supreme Allied Commander Europe and Atlantic, but they are different titles. History: during the Second World War, Eisenhower transferred from command of the Mediterranean Theatre of Operations to command SHAEF, which was formed in Camp Griffiths, Bushy Park, Teddington, London, from December 1943. An adjacent street named SHAEF Way remains to this day. Its staff took the outline plan for Operation Overlord created by Lieutenant General Sir Frederick E. Morgan, XOC, and Major General Ray Barker. Morgan, who had been appointed Chief of Staff to the Supreme Allied Commander in mid-March 1943, began planning for the invasion of Europe before Eisenhower's appointment and molded it into the final version, which was executed on June 6, 1944. That process was shaped by Eisenhower and the Land Forces commander for the initial part of the invasion, General Sir Bernard Law Montgomery. SHAEF remained in the United Kingdom until sufficient forces were ashore to justify its transfer to France. At that point, Montgomery ceased to command all land forces but continued as Commander-in-Chief of the British 21st Army Group on the eastern wing of the Normandy bridgehead. The American 12th Army Group commanded by Lieutenant General Omar Bradley was created as the western wing of the bridgehead. As the breakout from Normandy took place, the Allies launched the invasion of southern France on August 15, 1944, with the American 6th Army Group under the command of Lieutenant General Jacob L. Davies. During the invasion of southern France, the 6th AG was under the command of the Allied Forces Headquarters of the Mediterranean Theatre of Operations, but after 1 month command passed to SHAEF. By this time the three army groups had taken up the positions on the Western Front in which they would remain until the end of the war. The British 21 AG to the north, the American 12 AG in the middle and the 6 AG to the south. By December 1944, SHAEF had established itself in the Trianon Palace Hotel in Versailles, France. On February it moves to Reims, and April 26, 1945 SHAEF moved to Frankfurt. Order of battle: SHAEF commanded the largest number of formations ever committed to one operation on the Western Front, with American, French Army of Liberation, British and Canadian Army forces. It had 3 army groups under its command, which controlled a total of 8 field armies. 1st Allied Airborne Army, British 21st Army Group, 1st Canadian Army, 2nd British Army. American 12th Army Group, 1st United States Army, 3rd United States Army, 9th United States Army, 15th United States Army. American 6th Army Group, French 1st Army, 7th United States Army. SHAEF also controlled substantial naval forces during Operation Neptune, the assault phase of Overlord, and 2 tactical air forces, the U.S. 9th Air Force and the RAF 2nd Tactical Air Force. Allied strategic bomber forces in the UK also came under its command during Operation Neptune. Commanders: Supreme Allied Commander, General Dwight David Eisenhower; Deputy Supreme Allied Commander, Air Chief Marshal Sir Arthur Tedder; Ground Forces Commanders, Field Marshal Sir Bernard Law Montgomery, Lieutenant General Omar N. Bradley, Lieutenant General Jacob L. Davies. Air Forces Commander, Air Marshal Sir Trafford Lee Mallory; Naval Forces Commander, Admiral Sir Bertram Ramsay. After World War II, after the surrender of Germany, SHAEF was dissolved on July 14, 1945 and, with respect to the U.S. forces, was replaced by U.S. Forces, European Theatre. USFET was reorganized as EUCOM on March 15, 1947. References: Winters, Major Dick, with Cole C. Kingseed. Beyond Band of Brothers, The War Memoirs of Major Dick Winters. Berkeley hardcover. ISBN 978-0-425-20813-7, page 210. External links: Records of Supreme Headquarters, Allied Expeditionary Force, Dwight D. Eisenhower Presidential Library. Daily Battle Communiques, SHAEF, June 6, 1944 – May 7, 1945, United States Army in World War II European Theater of Operations The Supreme Command by Forrest C. Pogue. Office of the Chief of Military History, Department of the Army, Washington, D.C., 1954. Library of Congress Catalog Number, 53 to 61717, BBC WW2 People's War article on Uxbridge SHAEF and London Boucher, Directive to Supreme Commander, Allied Expeditionary Force Dwight D. Eisenhower at his nomination, original document. Order of the Day, Papers of Ernest R. Tex Lee, Military Aide to General Eisenhower, 1942 – 1945, Dwight D. Eisenhower Presidential Library, Papers of Thor Smith, Public Relations Division, SHAEF, Dwight D. Eisenhower Presidential Library.